He could be very sociable. He had a great sense of humor, very intelligent. He was probably happiest when he could be left alone with his books. When he did graduate from Nice in 2004, he won an award for having checked out the most library books in the history of Nice High School. And if he checked them out, he would have read them. So I don't know how many books he would have read in his 4 years at Nice, but he was a very avid reader. After high school, when he graduated from Nice, he entered the United States Navy. He did 5 years in the Navy. And then while on a deployment, he attempted to take his life. And he was given general discharge. He came back in November of 2009, and then he entered Florida State College here in Jacksonville in January of 2010.
Here tomorrow, this is Jeff.
I'm Jeff Yalden, the Director of Education and Community Outreach for Here Tomorrow in Neptune Beach, Florida. If we could normalize the conversation about mental health, do a better job of making it accessible and acceptable, if more people knew that there was less judgment, if we can silence the stigma, if people knew that they can be treated with respect, that we're no different than anybody else, I think, and I feel strongly that people will open up their heart and come before it becomes a problem. We all have that responsibility to be comfortable being uncomfortable, talking about mental health, and that it's okay to not be okay. And it's also okay to ask for help.
Tyler was born in 1986. He did check himself in one time to the Mental Health Resource Center on Beach Boulevard. And he went through an assessment, an evaluation, and then he was deemed not to be a risk to himself.
You need support. You also need to understand that you might not be dealing with mental health conditions. Your son or daughter might be.
He was doing real well, living on his own, taking classes, and we got an email one Monday morning, and he basically said goodbye via email and just said he couldn't continue to live in what he was dealing with. And by the time we were able to determine where he was, we got a call from the sheriff's office, and he had been transported to UF Shands, and he had shot himself. He went to a local gun range on Beach Boulevard, rented a pistol and shot himself, and he was transported to Shands, and he died there.
We don't replace mental health care. We like to look at it as we fill the gap between on national average, by the time someone makes a call for an appointment to when they walk in for that appointment, it's about 33 days and maybe $120 on average. What we do is we make mental health care acceptable and accessible. We want to listen and help you solve your issues. And that is, we offer hope. We talk about personal responsibility. We talk about advocating for yourself. We talk about education and opening your heart to therapy and understanding the medications you're taking. And then we talk about a support network, having people that you can go to, and that's what we do. We're supposed to have this human contact. And with the pandemic, human contact has been kind of stifled. We have to isolate. And I think that has really hurt a lot of people. And again, if you're not asking for help, nobody knows to reach out and ask you if you need help.
There's a hole in my heart, but I just always try to remember the great times we had together, and over time it does become easier. So just always try to remember the good times. That's what I dwell on. And if someone is dealing with mental health issues in their family or has a child or adolescent, who's having symptoms of dealing with some difficulties, don't shy away from it. Try to engage your child and, talk to them and encourage them that there's no stigma if they're having difficulty with their feelings, and just encourage them to, come to their parents, and the parents have open arms and an open heart and try to give their child the care they need.